Tommy's father, TL, is introduced to us in Landman's Season 2 opener. He is just as much of a lanky, grumpy son of a gun as the Landman we are familiar with. Given the significant loss that occurs at the end of the hour, the two Norris men don't have a scene together in this episode, but they probably will shortly. But wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. The majority of the premiere focuses on what's happening behind the scenes, as we see Cammy rise to prominence at MTEX following Monty's tragic death, as well as on the oil fields through Cooper's incredibly fortunate roll of the dice. At home, Angela prepares an outstanding cacio e pepe meal, and Ainsley suddenly gets accepted into college. You could be worse than Monty. Tommy is in Fort Worth for a large gathering of white guys dressed in suits and cowboy hats at the start of the episode. He is harassed by one of those men, who claims that his contracts with them are void because Monty's passing and Cammy's assumption of the company's leadership constitute a change in ownership. I am in charge of the business. It belongs to her. Tommy notes, she's listed in the partnership, she used to own it. You might be worse than Monty, the man complains. You say that like it's a bad thing, Tommy retorts. Monty made you rich, and I'm going to make you richer. I'm more cruel. However, Cammy is currently going through a very easy time. Two younger women enter the women's restroom while she is attempting to control her breathing. They are some of the elderly, wealthy men at the luncheon's girlfriends. Please use that term very loosely. And all they can speak about is the trips and possessions they will get in return for being the sweet tartiest of arm candy. They make fun of and ignore Cammy as soon as they notice her. It's a young woman's game here, no offense, says another. I'm still offended, Cammy responds. Well, replies the terror in his 20s, that's life in the Serengeti. Cammy inhales deeply. Thank you, she responds coolly. I needed this. He is therefore prepared to go when she leaves to meet Tommy. As she enters the luncheon and makes her way to the podium, people whisper to one another. Side note, I loved how she gives Tommy her large white purse on the way up, and he simply accepts it and steps aside. No response. Adored. Brr. Everyone in the room stands and begins applauding, with the exception of those foolish ninnies wearing cocktail dresses at noon on a Tuesday or something. Tommy tells Cammy in the car later that she should send them all his way since people are going to start approaching her with horrible deals. Then, he smiles. Monty would be proud, he says to her. Cooper hits the oil. When a drowsy Ariana asks Cooper where he's going, Cooper plays it cool and sneaks out of the house early. All he'll say is that he has a big day ahead, and he'll inform her if his intuition plays out. He goes to a well, where he frets for a while as a crew drills and doesn't seem to be finding anything. But then, pay dirt. I'd say buy a lottery ticket, but you don't need one, the foreman informs him. So an overjoyed Cooper hurries home, startling Miguel from his siesta as he busts into the house and tells Ariana he's got to show her something. They load the baby into the car and head to the well, where he joyfully proclaims that the well is theirs and that it'll pay for itself in 2 months. Ariana says she's proud of him, but it's evident she doesn't comprehend the gravity of what's occurring, so he explains it out for her. The well will bring in $29,000 a day, or $10 million a year, and that money is You did it, she adds, but there's some fear behind the congrats. Cooper, in his excitement, doesn't pick up on it. I did it for you, he says. Ainsley Norris, college student. As you may recall, Ainsley had intended to attend Texas Tech in Lubbock. However, following the separation with Dakota, she has an interview at Texas Christian University in Fort Worth. The teens' CT scores, language deficit, and eugenics-related beliefs about why cheerleaders and elite athletes should be encouraged to date. Don't please Greta, the admissions officer interviewing her. The interviewer is appalled. Miriam Silverman, your friends and neighbors. Ainsley breaks down in tears. She is silently but viciously attacked by Greta for even attempting to enroll in the college. You're using a lot of words I don't fully understand, sniffles Ainsley. I'm doing it on purpose, Greta declares. Tommy receives some terrible news. When the main course, cacio e pepe, is served, Angela joyfully tells everyone that she managed to obtain a white truffle to finish the dish. When Tommy learns that the small mushroom costs $2,800, he passes away 3 times. The topic of discussion shifts to Angela's wish to purchase a home in Fort Worth in order to be near Ainsley while she is in college. Tommy makes the incredibly foolish suggestion that they postpone the discussion until after Angela has her period. Side note, this once more, Tommy, stop talking. His temperamental wife reacts to the remark by having a tantrum in which she tosses plates at the wall and rattles everyone by Peter Venkmaning the tablecloth. Cooper scoots away for his own safety after telling his father he'll catch him later. Dale, Nate, and Ainsley follow suit. Tommy eventually finds himself cowering on the ground while Angela stands over him. He then records his farewell performance, telling her that her breasts look great in that little tiny bra. He is aware of his audience, I'll grant him that. Angela, who is sitting on the floor beside him, her anger subdued, is softened by the compliment. Why don't we just skip the crazy and go right to the sex we both know we're gonna have after the crazy? Is his suggested course of action. She laughs. Where's the fun in all that? In his version, however, he responds that then it's all just fun. They begin kissing when she makes the great point that he doesn't have to bring up her cycle every month. However, their kiss is cut short when his phone buzzes and he answers. Enraged, she stalks off. She jokes, somebody better have died, following their brief exchange. Yeah, somebody did, he replies soberly. He is smoking in the backyard when she follows him there and inquires as to who passed away. My mother, he declares.